you've been doing your best to solve your dog's separation anxiety problem, and suddenly you feel like you hit a wall and progress has stalled completely. And this can happen for a few reasons. Now, I'm not being judgmental at all in what I'm going to say to you because, dogs don't come with a instruction manual. And especially when they have a behavior problem such as separation anxiety, we very often feel lost, like, how do I solve this? And so we're likely to make mistakes. And I'm quite aware that those mistakes are unintentional because we love our dogs and we do the best that we can for them. So, what I'm going to point out next, like I said, please don't feel judged because that's not my intention at all, but see it as an eye opener, so to speak. So, why does progress often come to a stall? Many reasons, okay? But let me just mention the main ones. One of them is that you're not following a structured plan. Quite often we look for solutions on the internet and we try to do things ourselves, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when you're working on separation anxiety, the plan needs to be tailored to your dog because each dog is different. Your dog's separation anxiety problem may be more or less severe than another dog's. And there's a whole bunch of variables. And so it's very important to follow a plan that has been tailored to your dog and that has a logical structure. It follows a sequence that builds from a foundation to more challenging situations. So, of course, when we try to sort it out by ourselves and getting a tip here and a tip there and trying different things, then progress may stall because you're just not doing the right thing. Then, another thing that may stall progress is when we try different strategies, we change them without giving the previous one enough time to see if it really works or if it doesn't. And so when we try different things, like, oh, let me try this for 3 days, and if it doesn't work, I'll try something else. Well, that's not long enough to see if that particular strategy is going to work or not. It takes time to change emotional states, okay? So no strategy would show you results in 3 or 4 days. So what happens when we try different strategies? Progress may stall because things become confusing to your dog. Let's say now you're going to try let him cry it out, let him or her cry it out. Then you're going to try not leaving the house at all. Then you're going to try and leave for 10 minutes when they can only cope with 5. So all these different strategies that you're trying, they lead to confusion because everything around your dog becomes unpredictable. And unpredictability causes or triggers anxiety. It can actually worsen anxiety. Another reason why progress stalls is when we try to push for a faster solution. So you end up leaving the house for too long, too soon, in the hope that, if I leave him alone for 10 minutes at a time, often enough, he or she will eventually get used to it. And it doesn't work that way. And then, of course, progress stalls because you find yourself going round and round in circles, like, when are they going to break through not coping with being alone for 10 minutes? And then the last reason I would like to address is in very severe cases, or in some severe cases, medication is a must. Now, let me just make this disclaimer. Nobody should tell you what medication to give your dog. your vet or a veterinary behaviorist are the only two people who are qualified to prescribe medication. And in most cases, medication is given as a complement to behavior modification. It's not a substitute, it's not a quick fix. It's supposed to work together. And then eventually, as your dog gets better, then medication is gradually removed. Okay. So when separation anxiety is very severe, your dog's brain can't even learn anything. And that's why you're not making progress. Like you're trying your best, but his brain isn't coping. So, anyway, I hope this has helped you gain some clarity as to why it feels like you've hit the wall and you feel like progress has stalled. See if you see yourself in any of these situations that I mentioned. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe because we would love to have you on board. See ya.